Thanks for listening to Middle Aged and Mediocre. I'm Cash.
I'm Joel.
And we are a podcast about all things strange and unusual, death and UFOs, and other creepy,
Cults,
weird, random
ghosts.
There you go.
Yeah. Not just naming things in the room.
Oh my god.
There's a cult of ghosts.
What's up? Well, that's the intro. Welcome back to Middle Aged and Mediocre. I'm Cash.
I'm DJ Joel.
I hate that DJ Joel's here. I did not invite him.
That's fresh, yo.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, I hate it.
Okay.
I hate DJ Joel.
I do too. I hate Joel though as well. So
I'll take Joel over DJ Joel.
oh, he's a good boy.
He is. He's a good boy.
DJ Joel is not a good boy.
No, he's a bad boy.
He will steal out of your purse.
Yeah. He'll ask you for a drink of your drink.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't have any diseases.
I ain't got no diseases.
He just wants a drink.
If someone says that, you have to believe them.
$1.
Why would you say it if it wasn't true?
You got $1, big man?
Oh, a dude at Dollar General called me big man today, and it bothered me so much. I just talked to myself walking through the store. I was like, oh, maybe someone would give you more money if you didn't call him fucking big man. Like, why? Because then he saw someone else. He's like, hey, what's up, man? They're like, you don't call him big? Like, he wasn't a big man, though.
I mean, you are a big guy.
I know, but
You're
come
tall.
on.
You're a big dude.
Yeah, but there's other things about me. I like to think I'm sweet, I'm funny.
He doesn't know that.
Well, maybe you should get to
He
know me.
He sees you.
Yeah. Okay, look, he was a black fella. What if I would have just been like, oh, excuse me, black man, and just walked off?
Okay, fair point.
Okay, that's not cool.
Now, would it not be a little bit... To me, it would be weirder if he was like, hey there, sweet man.
Hey, sweetheart, puts his hand on my cheek and
would that
just
not
kind
be a
of
little
gives
weirder?
it. I kind of need it.
Oh, you would like that?
I kind of need that right now.
Okay.
We'd probably hug, and he'd do that thing where he'd go to leave, but I'd hug him in tighter, and give him a couple good pats on the back.
Just stay here.
One last squeeze.
Just stay here for a minute.
And just let him go.
Yeah. Well, if you're listening out there, just run into Joel. Just remember, he wants you to gently touch his face.
Yep.
And then...
You're a homeless guy from Dollar General early today.
And then hug him and call him a sweetheart.
Just don't call me big man.
Hey there, sweet boy.
Good boy, sweet boy.
Yeah, I don't think I like that.
I'll take them all.
All right. Well, we got a couple...
Welcome to Middle Aged and Mediocre.
We got a few stories for you today.
Yeah?
And we've got... I got 2 true crime stories.
All right.
You've got a story.
Yep.
And then I have a story about me being...
Well, I want to hear about this.
An absolute idiot.
Yeah.
So...
I'm looking forward to that one.
I've never felt dumber. I haven't felt this dumb in a long time. So Thursday, went to Columbus on a little road trip.
Yep.
Coming back right around Athens, something got kicked up, hit my windshield.
Yeah.
And it was loud as hell. I heard a big crack.
Yeah.
And then on my windshield, there was a big crack. About a 50-cent piece.
Okay.
You could cover it up with a 50-cent piece.
Okay.
And I know that because they ask. I had to call Safelite.
Yeah.
And they ask, could you cover it up
with... What denomination of money?
Could you cover it up with a quarter, 50-cent piece? And I was like, yeah.
You're like, I could cover it with both my balls.
Yeah, both balls fit right on it.
But we don't know how big your balls are. And you're like, ask your mom. And hung up the phone. But then you had to call him right back and be like, oh, look, it's me again.
You set me up.
I couldn't pass that joke up. I couldn't. Anyway, about my windshield.
Anyways, let's start this over again. And please leave my balls out of this.
Yes.
No, so I set up the thing. They came by today. Hopefully just to
on a Saturday.
On a Saturday, which is weird.
That's a bunch of good boys.
And hopefully they were just going to be able to fix it, whatever they do to fix it without having to replace it.
Yeah. I've seen YouTube videos. They fill it up with sunflower seeds, and then they sand that down. Wait, that's wood.
I would say sunflower seeds.
Yeah, that's wood.
Well, I don't know how they do it.
Okay.
But, so the guy gets here, and I go out, and he asks me to show him where the crack is. So I, point to it. And he's like, are you sure? And I go, yeah, it's right there. And he's like, I don't know if that's a crack. And I go, yeah, it's right there, And I was like, yeah, I was driving back, and I was like, I think a rock got kicked up or whatever. And I was like, there was a real loud, cracked off my windshield. Like, I could see it from the inside. And he's like, hold on a second. So he goes over to his truck and he gets out like a bottle of like windshield cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
And a rag.
You're like, so that's how you fix cracks?
And he sprays it and it wipes right off.
Oh, okay.
He's like, yeah, I think he just hit a bug.
Oh.
And I go, no, there was a crack. It was.
You just wiped it off.
And it was gone.
Damn. Did they charge you for that?
No. I go, because I felt like.
Did you give him money? Like at least $10 or something?
I just wanted him to leave. I wanted it to be over.
Leave me to my shame, good sir.
Yes.
You couldn't look him in the eye after that?
He was like a young kid, too. And I was just like, like, you have a skill.
Did you at least smell like weed at the time, hopefully?
No.
So the guy could be like, all right.
There was no excuse. I had zero excuses.
Oh, my God.
Like, because I scheduled it on the way back.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't bother to get home and, like, look at
Inspect it more.
I heard a crack.
Yeah.
I saw what looked to be a crack. And I was like, oh, shit, I don't want this to get worse.
You should have been like, is that a crack on the other part of the windshield? You just had him clean the whole thing?
Or I should have been like, oh, what's that over there? And then just busted the windshield. Right there, I told you.
That's what you should have did.
Yeah. My hand's bleeding.
Like, tell him to look closer and bash his head off of it. You see it now? That's like Soprano shits right there.
So,
you call me stupid?
He's like, yeah, you probably just hit a bug. And he's like, it happens. Which I was like, in my head, I'm like, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
You're just making me feel better. But no, I was like, I'm sorry for wasting your time. And I was like, do I need to like do anything, like sign anything? And he's like, nope.
I need to do anything. You have to like video record me saying that I'm an idiot. Would that help?
He's like, nope, I was just never here. And I go, okay.
He said, wait. That voice sounds familiar. Are you one of the hosts of Middle Aged and Mediocre?
Because that would make sense.
Is this where you record?
Like, now this makes total sense.
Yeah.
So.
I get it.
Oh, man, did I feel like a fucking moron. If I would have just got home and just, like,
scratch at it.
Yeah.
Scratch at it a little bit.
I would have figured out.
Like, maybe it was just a scratch, and you could have just felt to see how deep it was.
Now, see, this is why I never try to take care of problems.
Yeah.
This is why I would just let things go. I'm just like, nah, it'll either fix itself or it won't. This would have been a great time for me just to let it go.
You're doing a lot of self-care, and I don't appreciate it.
It's not good. It's not. It's
just
not
that's
worthwhile.
a form of self-care. You're like, cracking the windshield. It's probably safest to get it fixed. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Just the
what's the point?
The amount of stupidity I felt whenever he was like, I don't think that's a crack.
I've been there.
And I was like, what are you talking about, man? It's clearly a crack. And he just wipes it right off.
Oh.
So he may have been a magician. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Oh, yeah. Was it a hidden camera?
Maybe. I don't know.
At least he didn't come inside. He stayed out there for like an hour. Came in like, all right, it's $150.
Oh, no, I was like, honestly, if he would have been like, well, it is like $200 for, I'd have been like, yeah.
At least 50 or 25. I mean, to come out on a Saturday, you should like gave him something, back massage.
I just wanted it to be over.
Like one of your toys. Like, can I interest you? I can't give you Vader, sir, because that's going to go to Joel one day.
Well,
but would you like a sensational Sherry, Magnum TA, Ric Flair?
Well, I offered him the Vader, and I said, look, we have a bet right now. And, like, the Browns have to win 9 games. And he laughed.
Oh, he laughed.
He laughed.
That's funnier than you calling about a cracked windshield.
And he was like, oh, no. You go ahead and keep that.
Yeah.
He's like, but that guy has no chance
yeah, no,
of winning that. So, yeah, that was... Brought me back down to earth a bit. You know what I mean? Just
it's humbling.
It's humbling. Yeah. And I hate, like...
I've been wrong before. It's fine to be wrong.
This is the first time.
Really? Damn.
Feels weird. I don't like it.
Wow.
But I hate people that are like, like he has like a skill.
Yeah.
Like he has like a trade. Anytime you talk to people like that, like you just always feel dumber anyways. Because they know what they're talking about and you don't. Yeah. And then when he's just like, you fucking idiot. It's like
I don't, where's the crack? I don't see it.
He was like, when I walked out.
You gave him such a good story, though, for tonight when he's sitting around with his friends drinking.
Oh, he already probably called most of it. Like,
Texted,
this fucking
idiot. They have like a text chain chat room deal with all the technicians. Got another one, boys, scratch.
Well, like,
dead bug.
He came to the door and knocked, and, I handed him the keys, and I was like, let me put some shoes on, I'll be out to show you where it's at. So when I walked out, like, I saw him kind of, like, walking around looking at all the windows.
Like, what are you doing? Looking for more cracks? Yeah.
Because he was probably like, well, there's no crack there. Yeah. What the fuck's he talking about?
Oh, I said front windshield. It must not be that, though. Oh, you dumb bastard.
But at least it's over.
But you shouldn't have told anybody. I feel like. Or at least all me in the podcast. You gotta keep shit like that to yourself, my man.
Well, I love being an idiot.
Yeah.
I just love it. I'm good at it.
It just proves to our listeners that you're human.
I'm just like,
all right, he's not some hero to be put up on this pedestal to be like admired,
not anymore,
worshipped.
Not anymore. Fell off that pedestal.
Damn.
But yeah, I was like, well, at least it didn't.
When he said it's a dead bug, did you go, ooh?
I said ooey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I went ooey.
Ooh.
Yeah, I go, get it.
Get
it off there.
Oh.
That was another thing. The guy cleaned my windshield for me.
That's what I'm saying. He should have been like, there's another crack over here on this part of the windshield.
Not only did he show up for nothing, but then he also cleaned
That's
my
why I would
windshield.
at least give him $10, like whatever cash I had on me.
I don't have any cash on me. I don't keep cash on me.
I got my car washed today, and I only had $2 on me. I was like, should I tip $2, or is it better to not tip anything? Because I feel like $2 is really cheap.
Two's insulting.
Yeah, but like it came with my oil change, and like the guy when it comes out, he like has his little rag and he's wiping it down, and I was like, nothing like shining a turd, huh, buddy? And he laughed, and we shared a moment.
Well, I think there's that all the tip he needs. You tipped him the joy of laughter.
There you go. I'm a good boy.
That's when you ask. Like, I think that's a good time to ask. Like, I only have $2.
Yeah.
Do you want this $2?
See, I felt like I went over that in my head. I was like, do I ask it? And I was like, no, just get in the car and leave.
Just get in the car.
So I went $2 and just got in my car and drove off. I didn't give him $2.
Well, you should have just.
I screamed it
as you were like leaving. You should have just thrown it out the window.
Fetch, boy. That's awful.
And then kept going. Not because you wanted him to fetch it, but because like that's all you had.
It's so awkward, yeah.
And you were like, I don't want to.
I wish I had a $5. It would have been cool. I could have given him like hey man, I appreciate it. Like slapped hands, put that $5 right in his palm. Here's lunch on me.
Yeah, that's how wrestlers get paid.
Yeah. Comedians too.
You just palm it.
Yeah, and drug dealers.
Any kind of entertainment industry.
Like, here's $5. Lunch is on me.
I don't know if you're getting lunch for $5 anywhere.
I just just came from Wendy's, and I got a chicken BLT, small fry, and water for $4.40.
Okay, well.
That's a lunch.
I'm wrong. Okay.
Try not to drink calories.
Oh, okay.
I mean, calories everywhere else, so I just don't want to drink calories.
I hear you. Smart.
I'm getting called big man everywhere I go.
Hey, like I get called big man all the time.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
That's right.
I'm like, that's right. I can beat you up.
I will squish you like a bug.
That's how you gotta look at it.
All right.
You're like, that's right, big man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember that?
At least he didn't say boy, I guess.
Yeah. Well.
I'm a man. I'm like, sir, I have toys at home.
If he called you big boy, that'd be way worse.
Ooh, sweet boy.
I wouldn't like that.
I wouldn't like that.
All right, so you got
Yeah, when we do our story first?
Sure.
It's probably not a good one. This is from the Washington Post. I first saw it maybe on ESPN. I check ESPN at 411 Mania, and it probably wasn't on Mania, although it is about a wrestler.
Okay.
A college wrestler fought a bear to save his teammate, and he won.
Oh, I think I saw pictures of this guy in the hospital.
Oh, I haven't seen any pictures. I don't think I want to. This is Wyoming. Kendall Cummings did not think he would fight a bear on a weekend to live and tell, it says. But his teammate Brad Lowry, Brad Lowry. What happened? But when a grizzly bear attacked his wrestling teammate, Cummings leaped in to save him. So first off, if I'm getting attacked by a bear and you're there, what's your first move?
So I think I've said this on the podcast.
You've probably fantasized about this.
I've said this on the podcast before, and I've said it for years now to many people. If I could die. If I could pick my way of dying, it would be fighting a grizzly bear.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have heard that.
So I would.
If I did, I fucking forgot.
So yeah, if you were being attacked by a grizzly bear, I'd be like, this is it.
But not to save me just because you're ready to die from a grizzly bear.
It's just because I get to fulfill a dream of mine.
Not like, oh no, not Joel.
I mean, can I do both?
yeah, you can.
I can die a hero.
I appreciate that.
And living out my dream.
But he's a sophomore at Northwest College in Powell, Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
And they were wrapping up a day of hunting for antlers like friends do.
Right.
How many times have you and I been out hunting for antlers?
Thousands.
I mean, this year at least.
Hundreds.
Oh, my God.
Never found any.
Nope. But
it's
I think the friendship along the way is what we found.
Exactly.
He said Cummings heard the attack, which is what I've heard about bear attacks. You'll hear them before you see them because they're they're running at you and
Yeah.
they're fucking gigantic.
Yes.
There was a loud crash, and he saw the bear on top of Lowry in between the thick trees. And he said he saw the bear mauling his friends, and Cummings first tried shouting, "Yeah, bear!"
Mm-hmm.
I imagine.
You're supposed to be a really loud.
Yeah. "Ah, bear!" And he threw sticks and stones and rocks in the grizzly's direction, but that was not enough. He acted on instinct. He said, leaped in and grabbed the bear. So, long enough for Lowry to escape, Cummings says. And then the bear charged Cummings twice. And he said Cummings had previously read about what to do if a bear attacks. But they said it wasn't time to think, so he played dead. He said, I remember curling up. And and I guess he covered his neck and his head so the bear couldn't get, vital parts. Laying quiet.
Except for his organs.
Yeah. He said Cummings watched the bear walk away, and he got up and moved down the mountain. By then, his friends had already called 911. He was flown by helicopter to a hospital, and they just and the ambulance took Lowry. So Lowry must not have been as hurt. He did a really good job of helping his friends.
There's a picture of them in the hospital room together, and Lowry's standing there beside the bed, and the other dude is his face is cut up pretty bad, and I think he's got busted lips and stuff.
I would love to be able to just use that over a friend.
Oh,
hey man, can you get me a drink?
Remember that time I fought a fucking grizzly bear?
Fuck man, I remember when I fought a grizzly bear. You can't get me a drink though.
He does own him now.
But I fought a grizzly bear.
Yeah, I see how it is.
I jumped on a grizzly bear. I could have, but I can't. I'll get my own drink. That's what you're saying?
I guess. Yeah. Okay. Fine. I guess. You want to go look for antlers this weekend, or?
Yeah, I don't know what I would do if I was just attacked by a grizzly bear. And also, I don't know what I'd do if you were attacked and I was standing there.
I'm kind of surprised the playing dead thing worked.
Yeah.
Because, I've seen a lot of videos of a bear attacking an animal.
Uh-huh.
And, it doesn't usually just stop. It'll usually, grab the animal by the neck and just fucking,
maybe they're, doing that for food, but with humans, they just think they're a threat. So, once that threat's...
I don't know.
Who knows how grizzly bears thinks? If Joe Rogan was here, he would go off. I feel like that makes Joe Rogan's day. Anytime someone he don't interrupt other people's conversations. If I ever see Joe Rogan, I won't go talk to him. I'll sit close enough and be like, "Yeah, I bet I could beat a grizzly bear in a fight." He'd be like, "What'd you say, motherfucker?"
Yeah. No, you cannot. That is
He's just like, "Jamie, bring up the video," and all of a sudden, Jamie runs in with the screen and just brings up grizzly bear fights.
Yeah, if somebody was being attacked by a grizzly bear, I'm pretty sure, just on instinct alone, I would try to I guess I'd try to fight it.
Yeah. Yell, I like how he tried to yell on rocks first.
I mean, I'd probably grab a rock.
Yeah, try to find
something I could hit it with.
Yeah, stay arm's length away.
Something, I don't know, man. It'd be terrifying.
Yeah,
like that scene in what's the Revenant with Leo?
Yeah, that's a good fight scene with that bear.
Yeah,
and it just lands on top of him.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fun, but yeah, I've always thought if I got to pick my way to die, what a cool way to go. I fought a grizzly bear.
Well, let me pull some strings.
Okay.
All right.
Get a hold of your.
Don't get your hopes up.
Get a hold of your bear first.
Can't make any promises.
Okay.
See what I can do.
There's just gonna be a grizzly bear. I'm gonna wake up tonight. I'm gonna hear something and look up. Next thing I know, there's a grizzly bear on top of me.
But it's me in a suit. And I just want to cuddle.
Now, it's not fair if I'm on Ambien. I don't know if I can fight a grizzly bear while I'm on Ambien.
Oh, I'd be having a grizzly bear dream tonight now. That would be awesome.
There's a good chance I will.
All right. Tune in next week. Find out.
All right. So, I got a couple stories here. Neither one of them involve grizzly bears.
Oh, man.
But we got a good cult story.
Okay.
And then basically both of these stories are about criminals who are really bad at being criminals.
Those are some of my favorite stories. Yeah. I love a dumb criminal.
So, we're going to start with the cult story. This is a story of Glenn and Justin Helzer, and
dig the last name.
They're called the Children of Thunder.
Hell's right there in your name.
Helzer, yeah.
It's right there.
So,
the Helsners of Hell.
Glenn and Justin Helzer, along with their sister, were raised in a devout Mormon household. Glenn was the golden child of the family. He was charismatic. People were drawn to his personality, and they were part of the Latter-day Saints church. Justin, on the other hand, was much more timid and reserved. While he wasn't a favorite in the family, he always looked up to his big...
I think they just told him every day, hey, Justin, still.
Yeah, we don't like you.
You are not a favorite.
He looked up to his big brother, Glenn, and he would just basically do whatever Glenn was doing.
Yeah.
So after high school...
Hey, I had 2 older brothers. I get that.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that a lot of good things, it's good to have older brothers.
In this case, I don't know.
Okay, maybe not this one.
Maybe. If you guys would have made some better choices. After high school, Glenn served in the National Guard for a while, then went on a Mormon mission trip to Brazil, and everybody there loved him too. Yeah. So just everywhere this guy goes, people love him.
Man, same.
The beginning of the cult.
Everywhere.
Upon his return to the U.S., Glenn took a job as a stockbroker, got married, had a couple of kids. Over the next 3 years, he got really into a self-help program called Impact Training.
TNA
Impact Training.
Wow. Was he suicide? That's a wrestler.
And this, he's Relic, which is killer.
Relic. Oh, yeah, it is.
And this training kind of like got Glenn to really start focusing on accomplishing all of his goals in life. But this was around the same time as well that he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
So he probably had a lot of goals.
He did, and
every
all of them
personality, just had more goals.
They were out there. So he separates from his wife, and he starts engaging in a lot of behavior that the Latter-day Saints Church did not approve of. Drinking, drugs, partying, all the fun stuff. And Justin was right there the whole time. He was
doing what his big brother did.
Glenn's wingman. And both brothers were excommunicated from the church. So the 2 brothers decided, we're going to start our own religion.
Fuck yeah!
So they start the Children of Thunder.
Children of Thunder.
The Children of Thunder's members included Glenn and Justin.
Oh, the 2 of them.
But they would get a third. Over Memorial Day weekend in 1999, the brothers attended a Mormon-sponsored murder mystery dinner in Walnut Creek, California. I cannot imagine a worse thing to go to.
Really?
Like,
I saw where some friends posted they were at one of those last night.
Well, okay, so like going to a murder mystery might be like a decent
Mormon murder mystery,
but Mormon mystery
okay.
dinner. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Seeing as both brothers had been excommunicated from the church, everybody there was kind of like, you 2 shouldn't be here. What the fuck are you doing here? And most of them were, and both of them were dressed all in black.
Oh,
so they were the devil.
99. This is the same time as Columbine.
Mm-hmm. So at the dinner, they met a lady named Dawn Godman. So you got hell and God.
Wow. Yeah. She gonna be the lightning?
And she was feeling a little bit like an outcast herself. She was new to the church. She was socially awkward. And, Glenn, having the personality of a cult leader, immediately recognized all this. So Dawn soon started dating Justin. Later, she moved into a house with both brothers. And before too long, she was sleeping with both of them.
Hell yeah!
And she became the third
Brothers
member.
Don't shake hands. Brothers share their girlfriends.
She became the third member of the Children of Thunder cult. So, have you ever been to a murder mystery dinner?
No.
I've
seen that episode of Saved by the Bell where they go to the murder mystery thing.
Yeah.
I've seen it on TV probably some.
They might be fun, but I don't know.
We should do one, and then we can talk about it on here.
Seems like a lot. Not.
No, I don't want to put it together.
I don't want to put it together.
No, fuck no.
Yeah, I would go to one.
Okay.
And it might even be better if we did go to a Mormon one, just for the story.
Oh god. They'd actually listen, but we don't really want you guys for religion, but they ask us to leave. You guys can go.
So Glenn develops the 12 principles of magic.
That's too many.
This is going to be what the the cult of, what the fuck's
Like
the
they have
Children
10
of Thunder.
commandments, we're going to have 12. That's 2 more.
Yeah, this is what the Children of Thunder are going to live by. Number 1,
The COT?
I am already perfect and therefore can do nothing wrong.
I mean, that's all you need.
That's it right there.
How many other rules are there?
Number 2,
There's more.
there is no such thing as right and wrong. Number 3, I am all-powerful and therefore the creator of and accountable for everything that occurs in my life. Number 4, life is always right. I embrace all of my results. Number 5, all of my results I have created to learn from at some level.
These are too many words.
Number 6, you're going to have to recite all these back to me.
Oh, God.
Number 6, I know nothing. I believe nothing. I simply perceive without fear. Number 7, it is of no concern to me how accurate or inaccurate my perceptions are, and therefore I am always right.
Because you know nothing. They're just saying the same fucking shit.
They're just saying things.
He's like, we got to sound smart.
They're just saying things.
Yeah.
Number 8, unconditional, fearless love is the most powerful force in the universe.
Okay.
Number 9, spirit knows.
That's it?
Number 10, he started to really lose some steam with that one.
Number 10, milk and eggs. On the grocery list!
Number 10, I gain total control by losing all control. Number 11, life is such a precious gift, and when I give back to life, immediately life gives more back to me, and therefore I am forever in its debt. What goes around comes around. And number 12, there is a higher power than mine, and that is my Savior, Jesus Christ, the Son of my Father.
Number 13, don't eat the yellow snow.
Those are all just such bullshit.
Horoscope shit.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just the same shit, worded a little differently with like all these like fucking hot words.
Just the
or
words.
whatever.
Do you remember a few years back, I started posting under the Bearded Death brand motivational quotes.
I don't.
Do you remember those at all? So I posted those. Like I did them for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I'd post a new one every day. And it actually, I got like people shared it and stuff. They were all such horseshit. And the reason I did them was because at the time, like the whole daily motivational thing was becoming like more. I would see them all the time, and I was always like, we have certain friends that are big into that kind of stuff. And they would constantly be like, they would like put them on their, like, they would like constantly talk about them, like put them up stuff.
Yeah.
And I was always like, these are such horseshit. Like anybody can write these.
Yeah.
So I would just do the dumbest.
Just to prove it.
Yeah. So like this stuff is.
And it backfired because people liked it.
But then I started.
Changed lives. I did not
the last week, you could definitely tell that I was like getting really, because I would like start to like Thursday is Thor's day, so like the hammer, I was starting to get like, because I was like, all right, fuck you guys. But yeah, this kind of stuff is so easy to write.
Yeah,
like when you're like just spilling out the bullshit. So anyways, this was just the start of Glenn's big plan for the Children of Thunder and the world. The 12 principles of magic was what he thought was going to get everyone in the world on the same page.
People love magic. I hate it. Other people, they like it.
But he's mixing magic with religion.
Yeah.
And like he's talking about how he's in control, like you're in control of your own thing, but it's also God is still like, it's just a mess.
It's just all to get laid.
He decided the next step was to take mission trips to Brazil to volunteer with orphans, and he was going to try to use this to kind of spread the message. They wanted now. So on these mission trips, though, his real goal was he wanted to train. Like this is we just reviewed Halloween 3: Season of the Witch, and a lot of that, as we're watching, we're like, what the fuck is happening? Why is this? This is kind of like this could be a part of that plot.
Yeah.
So his plan was he was going to train.
He's going to turn the kids to snakes and bugs.
He was going to train these orphans to be assassins, and they were going to assassinate Mormon leaders so that Glenn Helzer, could make himself the leading prophet of the Latter-day Saints Church.
Oh, he had a long game.
Long game.
Wow.
genius.
And then he would have been like, ta-da! Magic.
It's also kind of the plot to Zoolander.
A little bit.
Where Will Ferrell's character, Magatu,
Uh-huh.
is like secretly making people assassins.
A little bit.
So once he installed himself as the head of the church, his third step was even more evil. He was going to start his own self-help movement.
Oh, step one, kill yourself.
Yeah. He called this movement...
Is his idea.
The Transform America. So the goal of this was to unite everyone in a state of peace and joy in order to hurry up the return of Jesus Christ so he could defeat Satan once and for all. So, the plan is to go to Brazil, train orphans to assassinate all the Mormon leaders.
Uh-huh. I get it.
He would then step in as the leader of the...
Well, I guess I'll be the leader since everyone's dead.
Church. And then that was going to somehow get the entire world, which I don't believe there's a huge population of the world that believes in Latter-day. I believe there's a very specific, population.
Sure.
So I don't know how much of the world would have really...
They wouldn't have got me.
So, however, when you're trying to plan world domination, what's the biggest factor?
Magic.
Money.
You
gotta have money, right? You can't just go take over the world without money.
Yeah.
So, to accomplish any of his goals, Glenn needed some money. And it's not like you could go to the bank and talk to a loan, officer.
Take your 12 steps of magic.
Here's my 12 steps. And there you'll see my assassination plan.
Yeah.
I believe you will find it.
I can't. Brazil, there's no free flights
They're orphans,
to Brazil.
so I'm giving orphans work.
And, that's saving money right there.
Saving money, really. You'd be dumb. You'd be losing money not to invest in this. So, since he really, he knows he can't go to the bank to ask for a loan for this, so he comes up with some ideas. The first idea was to start up a high-end prostitution ring and then blackmail the wealthiest clients. Not a bad plan.
No.
But, that's kind of...
I have something like that in the works now. I don't want to get into it.
I feel like that's going to take a little while.
Yeah.
Unless you can just really hit, the top tier right from the get-go. Second idea, he was going to trade stocks in a chain of fast food restaurants and then manipulate the stock price by damaging property and calling in fake threats. So, again, probably going to take a while.
He's an ideas man.
He is. And then third idea, extort money from 5 of his former clients that he worked for when he was a stockbroker.
Yeah.
Then kill them.
Oh.
And feed them to the dogs.
I mean, if you're killing people already, what's 5 more?
I mean, you're
There's
jumping.
dogs now?
He's jumping from, getting into the stock market and somehow collapsing the price to let's just kill people.
Yeah.
That's
blackmail first.
Blackmail with some whores. So Glenn convinced his girlfriend. He was banging Don.
Yeah.
But his girlfriend was a lady named Selena Bishop.
Oh, more.
So he convinces her to open up a bank account in her name, but give him access to it.
Come on, baby, don't you love me?
You've heard my plan, baby.
Yeah.
You know it's solid. He told her that he was about to inherit a bunch of money, and he needed to keep it all hidden from his ex-wife, and that's why he needed her to...
Egyptian prince.
He needed it in her name. Yeah. That way his ex-wife couldn't get a hold of it.
Oh, these ex-wives.
And Selena wasn't a member of the cult, because she was not meant to be a part of the long-term plan. Once the money was collected and laundered... That
doesn't sound good.
He was going to sever ties with her. She actually didn't even know what his real name was.
Oh.
She thought his name was Jordan. So...
Jordan Michael.
Now, Selena Bishop is the daughter of Elvin Bishop. You know who Elvin Bishop is?
Utah jazz singer from the 70s.
That is... Who is that? That is not Elvin Bishop. Elvin Bishop, he was a musician.
All right.
His biggest song was from 1976 called Fooled Around and Fell in Love. I'm sure you've heard it. It was on the Guardians of the
Rolling around and fell in love. No, I've heard it.
It's on the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
All right.
Fooled around. Yeah, it's fine. It's a good song. But
sure it is, nerd.
yeah. So he's her father. So we talked about.
I bet he has some money if he's got the Guardians of the Galaxy song.
Well, this was in '99, so he doesn't have that money yet.
Oh, it's not out yet.
So, again, Glenn had 5 former clients that he was going to target here. The first targets, though, they weren't home. So,
damn it!
He moved on to number 2.
That wasn't in my plan!
Which is, you can't plan for that. Sure, you could stick around and wait for them to get home.
If someone had a plan against me, it would always work because I'm always fucking
always
home.
home too.
Unless they're like there right now, like he's gone, like he's at Cash's.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna come over here, and now you're part of that plan.
I'm either at work or I'm here. So every once in a while, your place.
Come get this.
So they went to number 2. Ivan and Annette Steinman, a retired couple from Concord, California. And on July 30th, 2000, Glenn and Justin dressed up in their finest suits and knocked on the Steinman's door.
We're the Brothers of Thunder!
The Brothers of Thunder. They basically, went back to their Mormon days where they would go door to door. Once they were inside the house, they held the couple at gunpoint. Glenn forced the couple to take 6 pills of Rohypnol, which Rohypnol is the date rape drug.
Okay.
And then made them write a series of checks totaling $100,000. But Annette Steinman could not fill out the checks because the drugs were putting her to sleep. Because, again...
Good plan, guys.
Date rape drugs. Yeah. So, they thought...
What if we hold her hand and then we write it?
Oh, no.
But she's writing
Oh, no, he had a much better plan.
Okay.
So... she's falling asleep because they roofed her, right?
Yeah.
So how do you counteract that?
You make them throw up.
You have her smoke meth.
Oh! Make her throw them up or have her smoke. Luckily, we got this meth. These sound like fucking meth ideas. Now that meth has entered the chat, all of this is making sense.
Is it not?
That's how they got 12 fucking laws of magic, because they're on meth. They're like, oh, man, we gotta... Yeah. Everything's like so much longer.
That's why the one is just spirit or whatever, because he's like... To the meth head, that sounded fucking amazing.
But we smoke it too. Like, we're gonna make her smoke it, but then we're gonna smoke it. I love that plan.
So the meth did not work on the 78
record scratch. What?
On the 78-year-old Annette Steinman.
I mean, it worked, but it killed her.
So Dawn ended up just forging the checks herself.
Yeah.
So probably should have just did that.
I think they should have held her hand.
Now you've wasted meth. Yeah. You've wasted good meth now. And then they killed and dismembered the Steinmans.
Oh.
So, really, they should have just went with the forging of the checks right off the bat.
Threaten them with the knives, and then they do it. Like, all right, well, we're still going to kill you. Because we're on meth. Because we're on meth. And we're going to smoke meth first.
They went as far as to crush the victim's teeth with a hammer to try to, avoid
God
any
damn, they are on meth!
Yes. Because this way they would avoid, anything that could identify the bodies.
Teeth have vibrations, and the vibrations are going to tell them what they...
So then they took the bodies and the body parts and stuff to Glenn's dogs.
Oh, my God.
So the dogs could eat them.
You don't want to do that to your dogs.
Turns out the dogs weren't hungry.
Not very.
The dogs were... So the dogs...
Did they call him a bad boy?
The dogs did not have an appetite for human bodies.
Good boy.
So they don't eat them. So instead... they stuffed the remains of the bodies in 6 duffel bags, tossed them in Steinman's van, and the Steinman's van, and then they went out to toss the bags in a nearby river. They sent Don to the bank to try to deposit the checks, and again...
Not the bank of the river.
No, okay. Like a bank. And again, because meth, they have Don...
They say, hey, big man, I got this check.
Dawn shows up to the bank wearing, she's in a wheelchair, for no reason, wearing a lime green tracksuit, a silver hat, red boots, and a huge pair of sunglasses.
Inconspicuous, Dawn. Dawn's too stupid to know what inconspicuous means.
Yeah, because...
There's your Halloween suit. Read it again.
Wheelchair.
There's a wheelchair on Reed Street. Someone's just throwing it away.
Okay.
The person probably died, dude.
lime green tracksuit.
Yep.
Silver hat.
Silver hat.
Which I'm assuming like cowboy hat is what I'm picturing in my head.
Can't see a baseball
Or maybe
hat.
a top hat. Red boots.
Top of the day, bank person.
And a huge pair of sunglasses.
Inside the bank.
Because, like what you want to do whenever there's going to become security camera footage is you want to make sure you stand out.
Yeah.
You want to be the star of the show.
Like, is she in there yet? Like, just wait. You'll know.
You'll
know.
She'll be rolling in a minute.
You'll know. She'll be rolling in.
So in order to deposit the checks in such a large amount, the bank manager needed verification from the Steinmans to ensure that the checks weren't fraudulent. Because, you really can't just show up with like $100,000.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they did like $50,000 checks or something.
So like, why all these different checks?
You gotta be like, well, they probably didn't just write you checks for this much money. So let's see. So they had $100 in checks from this elderly couple that they killed that they could never cash. The bank suspected fraud, of course, and they called the police. So the police look into the Steinmans, figure out that they're missing. They also start looking into Selena Bishop because she's the one that they were trying to deposit the money into that account.
Yeah.
The Children of Thunder cult now started to try to cover their tracks up. Glenn picked up Selena for just a random camping trip to Yosemite, but said, but first we need to stop by the house. Selena kind of wondered a couple things like, why are there 3 duffel bags, and why do you have a hammer?
We gotta stop at the house so I can definitely not kill you. And then we're just gonna go on our trip, okay? As soon as I don't kill you, we are going on the trip. So get prepared to not be killed!
You want some meth?
Want some meth?
So when they get to the house, Selena's mom is staying at Selena's apartment. Or when he goes to pick up Selena, he figures out that Selena's mom is there, Jennifer Villerin. So he's like, shit, she's going to be able to identify me and the car. So there's more of a trace. So Glenn and Justin, I don't know how Glenn got out of the camping trip. I'm assuming there was fucking last minute, I forgot about this other thing. So he gets out of there. And him and Justin...
This magic isn't going to magic itself.
Him and Justin go back over later that night and shoot Jennifer Villerin and a friend of hers that happened to be over there, shoot them dead.
Oh.
So on August 7th...
that's my birthday.
Well, police arrested Justin and Don.
Man.
Glenn managed to run and flee to a neighbor's home where he attempted to rob them of their car, a gun, and whatever cash they had on them. And then he went out the back door, but was apprehended soon afterwards. So while they did try to cover up all their tracks, Justin and Don's fingerprints were found in the Steinmans' minivan, along with the chainsaw they used to dismember the couple. Glenn's car and Justin's truck matched the description of vehicles seen nearby all of the crime scenes. When the police checked the house, the 3 shared, they found that carpets had been recently replaced, and the bathroom had been scrubbed completely clean.
Oh, man, you clean when you're on meth. I've never done meth, but
from what I've heard,
it
is you do become productive.
Yes.
It was believed they had tried to get rid of any blood or trace evidence of their crimes, but for some reason they overlooked paperwork in the house that mentioned the Steinmans and Selena Bishop by name.
For some reason.
A phone number that came up most frequently on Selena's pager traced back to the landline at Glenn's house. And the reason, he goes over to kill Selena's mom is because she could identify him, but he didn't really think about all of Selena's friends that he had also, she had talked about Glenn to, Jake or whatever she knew him as, Jordan.
Jordan Michael.
So Don met with a cult deprogramming counselor while in custody, and once she came out from under Glenn's spell, she reached a plea agreement to testify against the brothers to avoid the death penalty, and she received a sentence of 38 years to life. Glenn decided to plead guilty to all 18 charges against him.
He's off that meth. He just lost all energy to fight anymore. He's like, yeah, I did it.
It wasn't a plea deal or anything like that. He just accepted that he was, it was over. And he was ready to get on with whatever he had coming to him. He received 5 death sentences, and he is still currently on California's death row. But due to California's current moratorium on executions, he's just kind of chilling. Glenn's guilty plea threw a wrench into Justin's defense strategy. The two brothers were originally going to be tried together for the murders, and Justin was pleading not guilty by reason of insanity. But with Glenn just being like, nah, we fucking did this. Yeah. Justin was found guilty and received 3 death sentences for the murders of Selena and the Steinmans, as well as 2 life sentences for killing Jennifer Villerin and her friend James Gamble. In 2010, Justin attempted suicide by stabbing 2 pins into his eyes.
Damn.
Which resulted
in one in each eye, or like just 2 in
both
the
eyes. That resulted in permanent blindness and mild brain damage, but did not kill him. And then 3 years later, he went ahead and hung himself and killed himself in his jail cell. Now, I'm not.
I wonder how he did that blind.
I have no desire to kill myself.
Yeah.
But I think if I did, stabbing myself in the eyes with 2 pins, probably the last choice.
Same with hanging. Hanging's not much better.
But I don't know how your brain goes to, because you're off meth now.
Yeah.
So I don't know how your brain goes to, I'm going to put 2 pins through my eyes.
Yeah. That's probably why it didn't work, because you couldn't really get.
Yeah, like I don't feel like you're going to, like the eyes aren't controlling like your heart and everything. So, like, now if you could shove it through your ear somehow, like up into your brain, that might do it.
Okay.
But I don't know. Seems like a dumb way to go. So let's go ahead and take a break.
All right.
We'll talk about other ways we could, kill ourselves. And we'll be right back. And we're back. I did not like any of the ways you came up with. I thought they all lacked creativity.
Well, you kept stopping me.
Yeah, I didn't mean for you to demonstrate.
It's not suicide, I guess, if I kill you. But
all right. So, second story time. And this one, we're going to start in Madison, Wisconsin, back on June 29th of 2021. So, pretty recent. And there's a dude named Omar Job. He's an enrollment coordinator at Madison Area Technical College, and he receives a phone call. The man that he was speaking to said his name was Chandler Halderson, and that he was having trouble getting a copy of his school transcript and had not yet received his diploma after graduating the previous semester. Chandler had been trying to use the online portal on the college's website, but every time it would not complete the request. He then said that he had been emailing back and forth with a couple of school administrators, Alyssa Brandt and Daniel Spithe, and had been getting nothing but excuses from them. So Omar does a little research on the phone with him, and he can't find either of those names. So he starts to dig a little bit deeper while on the phone with Chandler. He digs into Chandler's file, and he sees that Chandler still owes over $2,000 on his tuition balance. And that the system is showing that Chandler had not only not graduated, but he actually hadn't taken any of his classes at the school since fall of 2020. Chandler, the guy that's saying he's Chandler, just says, "Okay, well that should do it then. Thank you for your help," and he hangs up. So Omar Job doesn't really think much about it until later he sees the name Chandler Halderson again, and this time he sees it in the newspapers. So, or I'm assuming just probably on an online news site.
Yeah, what's the newspaper?
So, a little bit about Chandler Halderson. Prior to, he seemed to have a lot going for him. Prior to June 2021. He was 23 years old, a recent college graduate, according to him. He had been working remotely at home for an insurance company. He also volunteered with the local police department as part of their scuba search team.
Oh.
He was still living at home with his parents, but he had plans to move to Florida with his girlfriend soon because he had been offered a job from SpaceX. Elon Musk's
Oh,
thing.
okay, yeah.
Unfortunately, though, in early June, he took a nasty spill down a flight of stairs that ended with a concussion and required him to wear a neck brace. He'd been suffering from headaches,
How the hell that happened?
tingling in his extremities, and frequently feeling lightheaded. The doctors had told Chandler that if these symptoms worsened, he might have to go in for brain surgery. He was strongly discouraged from any long-distance travel until he'd fully recovered, so he had to cancel his move to Florida, and he had to pass on the SpaceX job.
Oh.
So on July 1st...
Ain't got doctors in Florida?
Well, they don't want him to travel.
Oh, it's a little travel. Come on.
Wisconsin to Florida is a bit of a hike. So on July 1st, Chandler's parents, Bart and Krista Halderson, left for a trip to their cabin in Langdale County, which is about 3 hours north of their home in Windsor, Wisconsin.
Windsor, Wisconsin.
They left early in the morning before Chandler had woken up. They were picked up by a couple of friends who were going on the trip with them, and Chandler could not recall who those friends were. So that Sunday morning, Krista sent Chandler a text message informing him that they had decided to stick around to catch the 4th of July parade in White Lake, and that they'd be back home on Monday night or maybe Tuesday morning at the latest. The couple had not returned by Wednesday morning, however, and Chandler filed a missing persons report with the police. So with the, he is, how old did I say he was? 23?
Yeah.
That was pretty much, so from what I just told you, the only truth in that was that he was 23, he did live with his parents, he did make a missing persons report, and he maybe fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
But he hadn't graduated college. He was not working for an insurance company. He wasn't a certified scuba diver, and the local police did not have a scuba search team. The offer from SpaceX never actually happened. He had no plans to move to Florida. Or he did have plans to move to Florida, but he planned once he got there and didn't have a job. Well, I don't know what he would have done.
Hooker.
He would have got down there with his girlfriend and just been like, "Oh fuck,
SpaceX
Elon
fired me.
decided not to hire me.
Elon turned to a
Fucking
robot."
Elon. He could have tried to use the neck injury thing, but that also turned out to be bullshit. He did go to the hospital because he did maybe fall. But the doctor basically told him, here's this neck brace if you feel like you need it.
Yeah.
But you're fine.
You don't need it, but
if you really feel like it can help you, here you go. So Chandler decided to wear the neck brace all the time so he could get like sympathy from people and milk the injury.
Ted Bundy. He wore an arm brace.
So while this is happening, his parents kind of started getting suspicious because he's telling his parents that he works for this insurance company too. And he, according to him, he's constantly working.
Yeah.
Like he's always on calls.
Making money, probably.
Making some money, but he doesn't ever have money. So he always needs money from them. So he tells his parents at one point that it was a glitch in the company's payroll software. And as soon as they got all that cleared up, they were going to give him all his back pay.
Yeah.
So, it's just a minor inconvenience.
Keep giving me money.
Chandler went as far as to create fake email addresses for his fake employers.
No, that's so much work. Just go to work.
And he would correspond with himself through these fake ones to back up his lies whenever his parents wanted to see proof of things. He did the same thing with college. He made up Alyssa Brandt and Daniel Spieth and emailed back and forth, with them. He even went as far as to buy burner phones and include their phone numbers for those burner phones in their email signatures. So he put tons of work into not working. So if the parents tried to call these two school, administrators or whatever, he wouldn't just ignore the call, let it go to voicemail, because that would probably be pretty simple.
Yeah. He
would actually answer the phone and pretend to be them.
Like, hi, Mom. I mean, Mrs. Mom.
So, now, when I first started talking about the phone call with that Omar Job guy, Chandler hadn't called Omar. It had been his dad, Bart.
Yeah.
And he was pretending to be Chandler because he was trying to get to the bottom of what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
Is my son...
Whole family of liars!
Yeah. But he had kind of, started to think, like, this is all bullshit. Chandler's lying about all this. So he'd also kind of started to notice some discrepancies in things Chandler was saying. Like in the emails from Alyssa Brandt, one of the school administrators, sometimes her last name would have be spelled Brandt.
Yeah.
Sometimes the T wouldn't be on there.
I can't spell my name right every time.
Okay.
There's probably also in the email like, "Hey, big strong man," because he's writing it to himself.
One of the fake people that Chandler had created from the insurance company.
One of the fake people.
Tom Selznick. Sells is right there in the name.
Yeah, came up with that.
His title was listed as Human Recourses Specialist, which most places don't have that.
I've heard of resources.
So, Bart pretends to be Chandler to call about the school thing. After the phone call, Bart tells Chandler that
eat my shorts.
Yes, and he's
Bart Simpson. Sorry.
He tells him, "Hey, I've got a in-person appointment scheduled at the school for us, July 1st. So me and you are going to go and meet them, and
can I guess what happens?
Straighten all this out. Sure. What's your?
Is he going to kill his parents?
Spoiler alert.
Because you can't let motherfuckers know you've been lying.
So the last thing that Bart had texted his son Chandler was around 2:15 p.m. on July 1st. It said, "I'm ready when you are." Shortly thereafter, the health app on Bart Halderson's iPhone stopped recording data. And that's pretty much where authorities assume the time of death is right around then. Chandler then texted his mom. Dad's phone died, which pretty dark choice of words there. Yeah. And he adds, "Text or call and get soda on your way home. Oh, I've got an extra hour of work." So this motherfucker kills his dad and then plans to kill his mom.
Get soda first.
But hey, I'm gonna get thirsty.
He's gonna come home with Coke. He's like, "I want Pepsi."
He's setting up his reason here. He's like, "Well, she brought Pepsi, and I asked for Coke." So the entire reason that Chandler even found himself in this mess was that all of the lies that he had made was like crumbling around him, and now he had to cover up double homicide. So, he's not good at lying.
Or anything else. He's good at lying. Yeah, I mean, he's good at making up names, and he's not good.
So it only took authorities about 32 hours from the time Chandler filed the missing persons report for him to be arrested.
Yeah.
One of the first things the police investigated in the disappearance of Bart and Krista was they went and checked out the cabin that Chandler said they had went to for the weekend. When they arrived at the cabin, they found that the place looked like no one had been there for quite a while. There was a fallen tree across the driveway, and the grass was overgrown.
Oh.
The cabin itself was locked up tight, and once they made it inside, there were zero signs of recent activity. Police also became suspicious about the text message Krista had supposedly sent her son about how they were going to stick around to watch the July 4th fireworks, because she sent that on, I believe... or she said that we were going to watch them stay on a Sunday to watch the fireworks on Sunday.
Yeah.
But White Lake holds its fireworks parade on Saturday.
Oh. Get
so
your facts straight.
On Monday, July 5th, 2 days before his parents were reported missing, Chandler had called his girlfriend's mother to ask if he could come over to swim in her pool. She said she was going to be away from home for most of the day, but he was welcome to come over and swim anyways. When she got back home, Chandler wasn't in the pool and the cover was still on it, but she did see his SUV parked way back near the wooded area at the back of her property with the back hatch open. When Chandler emerged from the woods, he appeared rather despondent. He kind of awkwardly got into the pool, but really wasn't swimming. He was just kind of like cleaning himself off.
Huh.
His girlfriend's mother didn't really think much of it, because, as far as she knew, he'd been going through a lot recently. But then she received word about the missing persons report, and she called the police to let them know what.
That's good.
So when police arrived at the property, they noticed right off the bat that there was a flock of vultures circling overhead. So they go into the woods, and under a pile of branches, they found a human torso with bullet wounds in the back. No head or no arms, though. The legs were cut off mid-thigh and still had the pants on, so like he just basically dismembered them while they were wearing clothes.
His parents.
Also on the property, they found an SKS rifle stashed away under some wood by the barn, a blood-stained tarp in the woods, and in an old water tank, a bunch of cutting tools, scissors, and saw blades, also covered in blood. DNA tests later matched the blood to both Bart and Krista, but just the discovery of all of that was enough for them to arrest Chandler on suspicion of murder.
Yeah.
With Chandler's arrest, those who had witnessed some of this bizarre behavior over the past week or so started coming forward to share their experiences. One of his neighbors told police about how he had knocked on their doors inquiring about footage from the security cameras.
And he was like, hey, what's the best way to cut through flesh? If
you had to do it.
What do you think would be the best? Do you have a saw?
So the neighbors kind of thought at the time, like, his parents are missing.
Yeah.
So they thought maybe he was just seeing if, like,
the
footage showed them or anything. But the neighbors did tell him, well, actually, the cops already have the footage.
Oh.
So they said that he, noticeably got nervous.
Mofo.
Chandler's girlfriend told the police about how...
Cool. The cops had the footage.
Good, that's great.
That I came for. Cool, all right.
Awesome.
Cool. All right. Cool. So back to cutting human flesh. How would you? They have it though. All right. I got it. Yep.
So if you were gonna steal evidence from a police station, what would you do?
How many cops do you think you have to kill before you can get to the evidence? Cool.
So the girlfriend told police that she had wanted to hang out with Chandler or she wanted to hang out with him 2 days after his parents disappeared, but he said he was too busy with a long list of chores his parents had left for him to do, which she kind of thought was weird because
he's a lazy bastard.
Yeah, so she's like, you're not doing anything. Like honestly, how does he have a girlfriend?
Yeah,
is a question I like to ask.
Yeah. I had that question a lot. How does he have a girlfriend?
Yeah. And then whenever they made plans to get together the next day, she asked him if there was anything he needed for her to get him, and he asked for hydrogen peroxide and to borrow her Swiffer wet jet. No reason.
Do you have a vat of acid around or anything?
Hey, if you were going to saw through people,
do you have a backhoe and an acre of woods I can borrow?
Later, she noticed that he had his location turned on the Snapchat app. And
she noticed she was tracking.
And instead of being at home, like he said, the app showed that he was near the Wisconsin River instead. She caught a screen grab of this and sent it to the police.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so everyone hates him. And the police searched the area, and they found what was later identified as Krista's complete right leg and her left foot. So this and Bart Halderson's torso were the only body parts that were ever recovered, kind of. Another one of Chandler's neighbors testified that on July 1st, he had noticed a strong smell of burning wood in the neighborhood. And after a few minutes, the smell had changed to what he described as barbecuing a large pork.
Oh. I don't think it was pork.
Security camera footage from a neighbor's house had a view of the front of Chandler's house. So at around 3 a.m., the light, you could see from the camera, you could see the fire burning. And at around 3 a.m., the light got really, really bright all of a sudden. The fire was out of control.
Yeah.
And then went out really quickly. So from what investigators could tell, while trying to incinerate his parents' remains in the fireplace, Chandler didn't realize that when fat is put over a fire, it becomes highly flammable. So
you need a burn barrel if you're gonna burn a body.
You don't throw it in the fireplace.
Yeah. I learned that in that Making a Murderer show on Netflix. Yeah, they had the guy, whoever killed the lady, had a burn barrel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it looks like
it didn't help that person, but
and they found broken glass from the fireplace around that area. So it looks like the fire got out of control, busted. And then while he was trying to put out the fire, Chandler appeared to have cut his foot on the shattered glass, which is why he probably needed the hydrogen peroxide.
Oh, yeah.
A total of 230 bone fragments were retrieved from the fireplace's ash trap. It is believed that after the fireplace broke, Chandler's hiking trip through the woods became Plan B. As soon as he was arrested, he invoked his right to remain silent.
Smart.
And he has not said anything about the murders.
Oh, yeah,
he has
it's
not
still
said
going
anything.
on. That's right, it's recent. This guy's a piece of shit. I hope he hears this.
So now he's terrible at life.
Yeah.
He did not get a grade.
All that just so he
didn't have to live up to his lies.
Yeah.
He
just embrace it. That's what I've done, Just embrace your mediocrity.
Now, as good as he is at life, he got as good of his defense attorney was as good as being an attorney as he is at being a person. His defense attorney started off the opening statements by mispronouncing his name, called him Chandler.
Oh.
Usually whenever you hear, like, you watch true crime documentaries or whatever, and you hear, like, defense attorneys that know, like, we're fucked. Like, this guy's clearly goddamn guilty. Like, they always try to get, like, super, super, super creative with their defense. So, this defense attorney started with the jury. When they started speaking to the jury, they said to be sure to look for what you're not told, because that's evidence just as much as any evidence is.
That guy's on meth.
So
the lawyer's on meth.
It was Glenn.
Yeah.
So it only took the jury 2 hours
to
unanimously find him guilty in March of 2022.
2 hours. They probably had lunch, Yeah,
like Willie's going to
like, he's guilty, right? All right, well, let's hang out a little
Let's
bit.
order food.
Yeah. Let's have a big orgy, then we'll go out there.
He was given the maximum sentence allowed on all charges, 2 counts each of first-degree intentional homicide, which is a life sentence without the possibility of parole, mutilating a corpse, which is 7 years and 6 months, hiding a corpse, 7 years and 6 months.
Just being a bad boy.
And providing false information about a missing person, which is 3 years. All of that will be served concurrently. Chandler Halderson's lawyers never called any witnesses in his defense, including him. The only thing Chandler said in court came at a sentencing hearing, and he said, "Your Honor, I want to take this opportunity to state my intention to appeal my convictions. If there are any lawyers listening and willing to take on my appeal, please reach out to me. It's not that I do not have feelings. It's that I was warned to not show them due to the scrutiny of this case." So
I'll go ahead and show my feelings now.
Yeah. Terrible, terrible humans. Very bad at crimes.
Yeah.
Again, like, as we've talked about all this true crime stuff, it does kind of seem, though, like, if you're bad at this, you're going to get caught. But then, like, if you're halfway decent, the cops are too damn stupid to figure it out either.
Yeah.
So it's really, like, I think the only people that get caught
really bad.
are just bad at it.
He just tried way too hard.
Yeah.
He tried way too hard to be lazy.
It would have been so much easier just to find a job.
Yeah.
Just
anything.
Like, get an actual remote job if you don't want to leave your house. Like, so I mean, I know the job market's rough.
Sell your feet, pictures of your feet. Don't sell your feet. Sell pictures of your feet.
Or sell your feet, whatever. You're not doing anything with them.
Look, I got 7 feet. You guys need feet? You need feet? I got 7 at the house. All right, let me know. I'll ship you a foot.
All right, so I guess the lesson of the day here is if you're gonna be a murderer and a criminal, be good at it.
Yeah.
Don't be bad at it.
I would say don't do that.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
But if you are,
be
good at it. All right. Well, you got anything else before we get out of here?
So it's Halloween, right? We got our party we're going to next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And then Halloween, trick or treat. Halloween is on a Monday.
Yep.
My vacation ends Monday, which is...
Oh, you're on vacation right now?
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's how you went to Athens and got the big crack in your windshield.
It's already almost over.
Yep. Damn, it goes fast.
It does. It went by...
You're gonna need a vacation to recuperate.
I need a vacation from my vacation.
No. If you don't say that on your first day back, so the first thing someone says to you...
How was your vacation? Could have used another vacation.
Yeah. You guys will lie with the whole rest of the day.
Could have been longer.
Could have been longer.
Goes by too fast. Yeah. It certainly does go by fast.
Yep.
I have not done anything that I planned to do. I had like a few plans.
Yeah.
None of them.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Awful.
Oh, I like making plans and then be like, fuck them plans.
I mean, they were like productive things that I would like to have done.
Fuck them productive
I got 2
things.
days. I got today and tomorrow.
Yep.
Not going to do it.
Man.
I got to figure out a
You
costume
need another vacation.
for the Halloween party next week.
Dude, I just figured it out for you.
Oh, yeah, salt and pepper?
Yeah.
Salt and pepper?
You got a black shirt on your pepper.
But you got to be
Because
Spinderella.
pepper shakers, no, like salt and pepper
I
is
know
the
what you're
seasoning.
saying.
Pepper shakers are black. Salt
I want to be the
shakers are
hip-hop
white.
group, Salt and Pepper.
Okay, we'll talk to your lady.
So
and
you've
see.
got to be Spinderella, though.
I'll be Skeletonarella.
Scalarella.
Yeah, I'm Scalarella.
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
Cool. I don't care if you like it.
Oh.
I'm doing it.
Oh, well, okay.
So dislike it, and then
Now I don't want you to do it.
All right, I won't.
I feel bad about it now.
I won't.
Okay, good. What are you doing?
I'm
what's
just a skeleton.
You're just a skeleton?
Yeah, I got the skeleton shirt, and then I bought the little top half face mask, and
I'm just going to be pre-skeleton then.
all right.
Or would it be post-skeleton?
You're a regular person.
I'm just a regular
You're a
person.
skeleton with like a bag of flesh
Yeah,
on.
I'm just going to be that.
We're all skeletons.
Yeah, but I'm going to, that's what I am.
Okay.
If you're going to be a skeleton.
We're like before and after.
Yeah,
Okay.
here we go. Perfect.
Cool.
All right. We got to figure it out. I'm so lazy. All right. Well, I guess we're out of here then.
All right.
We'll probably be
I
back
guess so.
next week with a couple more horror reviews. To
I'll be
end
on
out
meth.
October. And we're gonna give this whole meth thing a try. See what all the kids are talking about.
21 joints from the other episode. I done did that. So now we got to try some meth.
Now we got to try some meth. Go the other way. All right. Until then, I think we should become the Children of Thunder.
Okay, yeah.
You want to?
Yep.
Because they didn't work out for the other guys. So
That's
I like
our
the name.
costumes. The Children of Thunder.
Children of Thunder. Thunder. Thunder.
We wish you the meth.
We wish you a methy Christmas.
Yeah, so we wish you the best. We wish you the meth.
We wish you the meth.
May meth be with you.
Perfect.
Meth.